Hello everyone, this is how you can automate your LinkedIn outreach in 2026. So there are two things you can automate actually. So the first one, we've seen a rise in the past years. It's automating connections and messaging. This has been like an increasing practice in the past years. Most LinkedIn automation tools offer this, and so you can automate number of connections you do, the number of messaging you send, which is great. I mean, it works really good. And if the tool is safe enough, this is a great way to get better results. So here you still have to be really careful about LinkedIn limitations. So for example, do not send more than 150 invites per week. That's something to remember. Same for the number of messages. 180 messages per week is pretty standard. And so if you have Sales Navigator, you can go a bit further. But I mean, automating connections and automating messaging is pretty standard practice today. And now you can do even better. You can also automate, and I'm going to show you another things. You can automate lead building. So here you can create lead lists, but not any lead list. So what most tools do in the past years, what they've done is they ask you to import a lead list, or they tell you to scrape Sales Navigator. You get a list of leads, and then you are going to send messages. The problem with that is that everyone does the same thing. And when you scrape Sales Navigator, or when you import a list of leads, you don't know if they are active on LinkedIn. You don't know if they are still doing the same job. So it's called a static database. It doesn't move. And doing this, well, you get poor results. And the results are just not good enough, because most people don't go on LinkedIn every day. Most people are not active. Most people, when they change job, they don't update LinkedIn right away. And so you can use now AI to create lead list intent based, which means you can now know if someone is interested by what you sell or not. So let's give you an example. You have a SaaS doing outreach and you target CEOs. So if you use an old generation tool, well, you are going to go to Sales Navigator, put CEO of SaaS, you are going to download the list, and then automate connection and messaging. But if you use intent-based, well, you can target CEOs of SaaS active in the past 48 hours on LinkedIn, already interacting with content about outreach, or already liking posts of your competitors. And that changes everything. And so when you do both sides, you automate connection, messaging, and you automate the creation of lead list based on intent, well, that's where you get crazy results. And let me show you how this works. So to automate both, I'm using Goji Berry AI. Goji Berry AI helps you create lead lists based on intent. So for example, here, if I have a look, well, Simon, for example, is one of the most active people in his niche. So I know that if I send him a message, he's going to see it, obviously, because he's really active on LinkedIn. If I have a look at Ryan just here, he just engaged with a post about lead generation. So these are people matching my ICP plus intent. And if I click here, well, I get access to AI personalized LinkedIn message, and I can generate here a message based on the intent signal that was triggered. So when using intent, what's really good is that you can improve the messaging. And so every day, Goji Berry sends you new leads based on intent, and so you get people that are really interested by what you do. And that changes pretty much everything. So to create a great lead list, you have to create a signal agent here. So for example, here you define your ideal customer. That's step number 1. So people you want to talk to. Step number 2, you define intent signals. So you can track people based on keywords, if they interact with some keywords, people based on the LinkedIn profile they interact with, people if they are really active, if they raise funds, if they change jobs. You can track people if they interact with some company pages. Once this is done, every day you get new leads, and in campaigns, you can launch AI campaigns on LinkedIn targeting these people. And so that changes pretty much everything. And that's really the best way to do is to do outreach intent based. Because between someone who has been constantly liking posts about improving cold mailing and someone who is just here as a CEO, well, there is a huge difference when selling, let's say, cold mailing services or cold mailing tools. That's it, guys. So for 2026, remember that it will be the year of the intent based. So every team, every B2B team is going to look for intent signals, B2B intent signals, and that's what Gojiberry solves. So if you're interested, look below in the description. There is a free 7-day trial, and see you soon for another video.